down to Freak, who's standing by with Liquid's jungler.
Thank you very much, Riv. I'm here with Dardoch. So, yeah, first of all, you get a cheer for playing your third awesome Lee Sin game in a row now. So coming to this one, CLG in second place. They had just beaten C9. They just beaten Immortals. You just got 6-0'd in duo queue. So, tell me about your thoughts coming into this match.
I mean, coming in, I thought it was going to be really hard because CLG looks really good, and I was pretty scared of like that because Xmithie buys that ZZ-Rot thing a lot, so I was really scared of them like getting a winning top lane matchup and then just ZZ-Rot and splitting us out. So we definitely had the draft towards banning the Udyr. But other than that, I thought we were pretty like well off in other lanes and stuff.
So you mentioned a winning top lane matchup, Nautilus versus Yasuo. So you're coming into this and like champ select ends and you're like, so that's the Yasuo top lane. Did you guys have to do anything to pivot coming into that at the end of champ select?
I mean, we just celebrated. Like we were like, okay, he's gonna get Bomby Cinder. He's just gonna beat him up. Like that's all there was to it. We were pretty happy that he picked Yasuo.
All right, so yeah, and of course you guys did a great job. You had some really tight fights as well. There was a really close Baron, a couple of those that were really interesting. So talk to me. You were telling me before the interview started that you've really enjoyed how your shot calling has grown over the last couple of months or whatever. Tell me about sort of your personal growth as a shot caller with this team.
I mean, my shot calling's always been like okay, but like since I'm such an emotional player, like sometimes if like the game's going wrong, I just won't shot call as much as I should. So like finding my place on this team, it's like regardless of how I'm feeling that day or like if the game's going good or not, I have to shot call as much because like my teammates rely on me a lot. So me learning that over like the weeks of LCS like made me into like a more complete jungler.
I gotta say, you're looking absolutely incredible this season. So coming into the postseason now, you're 2.5 games up from 7th. You're almost guaranteed a spot in playoffs coming to this point. Where are your sights right now? Are you looking to try to climb up the standings the best as you can? Are you looking at playoffs already? Or, who are you targeting to take down to win this championship?
I mean, since like we're not guaranteed playoffs yet, we kind of have to focus on winning the next games that are coming up. But I think if we were looking to playoffs, we'd be pretty confident.
Looking confident in playoffs. Dardoch, thanks very much. Congrats on a great win. Thanks for the interview. And for now, we're going to throw it down to the guys at the Telestrator.
Thank you very much, Freak. That's right. I'm getting a chance to stretch my legs here at the Telestrator.
You have legs.
With Zyrene, exactly. Not many people expect that, but I do. Dardoch, they're talking about shot calling and about how he, as a younger, newer player, that's been one of his struggles, learning how to call when they're behind, learning how to make those tough decisions. The replay I want to break down, though, it points to both him and Matt and their improvement in their shot calling in that they make a call for the Baron. I'm going to get up on your screen here. But it's a pretty gutsy call given the fact that they haven't killed anybody on CLG's team to begin with, right? All they see, they have knowledge that who he's going to show on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, and you can see all the pink wards on that side of the map where they have already run towards the Baron. They see Huhi on the bot side, so it's a call from both Matt and Dardoch to do a 22-minute Baron. It is really early on to do this Baron and attempt it, but you see they're going to go all out on it. There's going to be an attempt to stop it, and as you roll out, you're going to see Huhi is going to change his mind. I'm not going bottom. I need to come straight here, but it's already a little bit too late for that. So as this rolls up, Scrying Orb comes down, they get vision, CLG throws it down. Phoenix and Piglet both avoid the fact that they're going to get hit by that ultimate. So Phoenix can now position himself for an ultimate that Xmithie, he's going to come up this way, but Phoenix is going to counter that because what you want to do as a jungler is get as close to this wall as you possibly can to get over it and possibly smite steal so that if you're over here, you have much more distance to close. Phoenix is going to cut off that option by sending his package completely down this wall, putting a slow here and allowing Lorlo to become this body blocker and stop him from getting in there. So as we continue to roll this clip out, you're going to see Darshan comes from the opposite side, and Darshan actually tries to dive Piglet, who he gets exhausted as he's diving in. There goes the ultimate, exhaust onto Darshan, and he jumps into the back line, and Xmithie gets dropped. The call is to focus the enemy jungler so he can't get that smite steal off, and then also, Lorlo had thrown out his ultimate to stop Stixxay. So they had effectively exhausted the Yasuo, focused down the Gragas so there's no smite steal, and they had already Nautilus ultimated the AD carry. So with Huhi out of the picture, then those are all the threats taken care of, the smite, the 2 damage dealers, and then the other one's off the map. So good split shot calling there, and also micro in that play from all of Team Liquid.
Ultimately, just a really good division of resources. Yeah. As you mentioned, recognizing here are the 3 threats that we need to be concerned with. A smite lifesteal, damage from the AD carry, and damage from the top laner. Deal with all of those in 3 different fashions and win the team fight, secure the Baron for themselves. Now, earlier in the broadcast, we did ask what champions you think will be contested most. And we received a tweet from Tim Thyssen, who writes, I really see Nautilus remaining the top lane king. Gotta ride the tide. And I mean, Jat hit it at the end there. Lorlo, first death on Nautilus, that seems to be his champion.
It's very hard to kill a Nautilus. Once he gets Bomby Cinder and then he actually starts rolling, he just does an absurd amount of base damages with his E. And then after that, it's just pretty much just stacking HP, and then Grasp the Undying does work, and his shield on top of that. So Nautilus is a huge top lane pick. I definitely think that he's highly contested in the current meta, and there's a couple other ones up there as well.
Right. Yeah. Kind of curtails then to the Yasuo pick on the other side. We had questions at the beginning of the day. Darshan, Huni, how are they going to react to this evolving top lane meta of tanks? He goes for Yasuo of all champions against the Nautilus. Almost 1v1s him very early on in the game, but yet is rendered rather ineffective through the remainder of the game. So we'll have to see if he keeps stabbing for those individual playmaking, split-pushing champions, or if he decides to kind of fall in line with the rest of the top laners.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange split-pushing champion as well, because Yasuo is more of a team fighter, and you didn't really have the wave clear from a LeBlanc to actually back up justifying picking that pick in the top if it was going to be a split pusher. So Nautilus eventually gets the edge in that matchup, and then he has all the pressure. So Yasuo is just kind of this team fighter that wants to assassinate people, and then you have to deal with like Corki wave clear and all this stuff. So it was definitely a strange draft from CLG as a whole.
Yep.
But I definitely think that there was. It was an okay pick, but I'm not going to say pick Yasuo.
You don't have a really strong opinion of it.
I'm not going to say pick Yasuo into Nautilus.
Right.
What if that kill goes over? What does the game look like?
Exactly. Very true, very true, very true. Well, the race for 5th place just got very interesting with Energy's loss and Team Liquid's win there. Don't touch that mouse, controller, dial, or whatever sorcery it is you use to control your picture box, because TSM is taking on Team Impulse right after the break.
This is how you get team synergy. Everyone change the Jake's icon.
Oh wait, guys!
genius.
Wait, no!
I like it.
Guys,
No.
I'm Udyr. I'm a bear.
Dude, I like it.
I'm staying a wolf. Piglet gets out first. That actually gives them a target to focus. Matt trying to go the other way. Which door is the right door?
Hit Gargus, hit Gargus.
No.
Stop hitting.
Kill Gragas, kill Gragas.
Finish Baron, finish Baron. Nice.
Bard ultimate was saving the health bars of his opponents. That's the cleanup kill from Liquid. They do the janitorial duty right. Team Liquid, eyes on the Nexus, and Liquid is going to take down Counter Logic Gaming.